Today we're going to make a reusable part in Tinkercad, so let's get cracking. This is Tinkercad.com. It is 100% free and the absolute easiest way to learn computer-aided design. Our designs are all stored to the cloud. We can make 3D designs, circuits, or code blocks. Today we're going to simply hit Create New 3D Design. Now the first thing I like to do when I start a project is name it. We simply click here, and then I'm gonna call this one Keychain Hole. If this is your first time using Tinkercad, I have several day one tutorials. You can find them using the bit.ly right here. Now I love making keychains, and I've got a cool technique I'm gonna show you to have a keychain hole that you can reuse again and again. Notice I went to Your Creations, I brought out my keychain hole. Once it's in, I can simply ungroup it and I can adjust it as needed. Notice this is built with Sketch. I can simply double click and edit however I want to make my keychain look as I need. Let me show you how to quickly build this and add it to your creations so you can reuse it in your own projects. Once again, basic shapes, bring out the Sketch. I'm going to set it right here at 0, 0. You'll notice it fits exactly in the 20 by 20 grid. If you haven't seen Sketch before, I do recommend you check out the Sketch features. There are so many awesome tricks and animations shared here that'll help you become better as a Tinkercad designer. Whenever you're done learning, you can simply hit the X. If you prefer my tutorials, simply check this bit.ly right here. Alright, so watch how we build this. This is a centimeter cube. I'm going to move over 5 and I'm going to go up 5. Same thing here. I am simply making a diamond. 5 over, 5 down, and connect. Double click and double click to make it a circle. I'm going to turn on the stroke. I want it to be 2.5. Now, as you can see, this matches perfectly. I'm going to just move it over here and center it on this line. And then I'm going to move it up just a couple millimeters, just like that. All right, so now we're going to connect these awesome sides. I want to get right below this one. Notice we've got an easy spot to mark it. And I'm just going to hit P for pen, and I'm going to go 7. Notice you can read the measurements right there. And then I'm going to press number 2 to make a Bezier curve. And then I'm going to click, hold, and twist. Now I want this twist to be straight up. And notice I'm going 1, 2, maybe 3 millimeters above. I'm going to switch to number 1, and I'm simply going to finish that shape. Notice how this smooth curve comes down and sweeps out. You can click on it and adjust it. Say if you want it to go 1 more, 2 more, you can adjust it like that. You can also click here on the handles, and you can adjust these if you want as well to find the exact spot that you like. I do want to make sure that it doesn't have that spot poking up. So I'm going to hit number 1 to make sure that this is a line and that this one is the smooth curve. When I've got it like that, I'm going to simply click on this shape and do Control C and Control Shift V. Take the new one, which is in the same spot, make this measurement negative so it flips, and I can just move it to the other side. That way they match perfectly. Now we can double click, and I'm just going to stretch this one across like this and this one across like this. And when we hit Finish Sketch, we have just built a fantastic keychain hole. I do like to take mine and set the height to number 2. You can also take the quality and maximize it as well. Of course, if you want to edit it, you can simply click on it. Just make sure you make the same changes to each side. Once again, I like using the arrow keys to adjust them. That was 2 clicks. So then I'm going to come over here and I would do 2 clicks as well. Finish Sketch, and voila, we have got a fantastic part created. So with that done, let me show you how to save it. So with that done, let me show you how you can use it in every project you ever work on. Simply move to Your Creations, click on the shape that you love, and click Create Shape. When it arrives, give it a name. I'm going to call this Keychain Hole 2. I want to allow editing. That lets us modify it, and I'm going to simply save the shape. Bang, it shows up right there. If you've got a previous one, you can simply click on the gear and choose Delete to clean it up. Making parts for yourself is pretty cool, but don't forget you can also share them with the world. Simply click back to the Tinkercad workspace, click on the Properties button. Simply add a name and a description. I will let you know that if you add links, these do get held up now for a bit and become pending. Also add tags. Remember, if you add the tag HLMT23, I check that location every day, and of course I'll give you a reaction. Finally make it public and then leave it share alike so users can modify it. Just like that, changes are saved, and this is a good time to highlight that we can make the designs public, but you can also leave them private, and you can also use the awesome shared links. The nice thing about a shared link is when you do this, users get a copy of your project, so that way they're never messing with your original, but they can use the cool stuff you share. Once again, since this is public, we can now go to the gallery. Of course, you initially see staff picks and check it out. Here is my easy monogram keychain, and bingo, the connector's being put to use. But also, if you shut off staff picks, you get a chance to see all the fantastic designs being created by other users. Of course, I love to take a moment to give some reactions. And check it out. There is the new free project that you can choose, copy and tinker. Don't forget the golden rule of Tinkercad though, give a reaction before you copy and tinker. Wrapping up quickly, of course, thank you so much for following along. I find this technique so slick. I've used it for several things, including adding fonts to Tinkercad. If you haven't seen that technique, of course, check those bit.lys up above. It totally opens up many awesome possibilities while working with Tinkercad. Of course, I do want to quickly say thank you to everybody that supports me via YouTube memberships. Don't forget there are 3 levels of support starting as low as $5 a month. With any level of support, you get early access to video. Make sure you also pay attention to those members only posts. A massive shout out as well to everybody that supports me via Patreon. Love how the group is growing. We are way past 600 members. It has a fantastic free messaging area where you can ask questions, post designs, gain skills. Of course, you can learn more with the bit.ly up above or the link in the description. Finally, friends, thank you for watching. Don't forget every time you like, hype, share a video, add a comment down below, or click subscribe, you're helping HLModTech get just a little bigger, which absolutely makes my day. Friends, have a glorious day, and keep tinkering.